Hello, fourth graders. Welcome to lesson 2.4. Today we are going to learn what multiples are. Look at this guy, right? He is in their first problem here. Our math message every week, Jabril earns $5 for doing his chores. So, how much will he have earned after 1 week? Well, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I want you to let me know what pattern do you think you're going to see here? If he earns $5 a week for doing his chores, what are we going to see in these spots right here? Hey, right. So if we're going to look at what he would earn in these different weeks, in the first week he will have earned $5. In the second week he will have earned $10, and in the third week he's up to 15. And so what we should have said there is that his amount of money is going to count by fives or go up by five each week. Now, what's this going to lead us into? This is going to lead us into something called multiples. All right, and we're going to get there. But first, we're going to spend some time talking about what we've learned about recently. So, first question, what's a factor? That was in our last lesson. A factor is a number that we multiply to get another number, right? So here's the definition, a whole number that can be multiplied by another number to get the third number of the product. So if we have 6, right, we could do 2 times 3 equals 6. So the factors in this problem are the 2 and the 3. We could also do 1 times 6 equals 6. The factors are 1 and 6, right? These are the factors. The numbers in the front, the answers are the products. So that's why you see on this list 1, 2, 3, and 6 on the list. These are factors. What is a product? The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So if we look at one of our facts triangles, these are the factors, and the answer is the product. So the if you multiply the factors 6 times 7, the product is 42. All right, so here's our new learning. Multiples are the product or answer of any given number and any other whole number. And that sounds pretty complicated, but as you see, you'll see some examples. It's not as complicated as it sounds. So when we take a look at this facts table, right, all of the factors are on the edges. Here's all the factors, and here's all the factors. Right? The rest of the chart, right? All of this space from here, all of this, these are all of the multiples, right? So if you were going to think, okay, so what are the multiples of 4? So here's a 4, and here are the multiples 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. What are the multiples of 8? Well, the multiples of 8 are 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. And if you're thinking, Mr. White, all you're doing is counting by that number, you're right, right? You've been doing multiples of 2 and 5 and 10 since you were little bitties, right? Back in first grade, you were probably counting by tens and everybody was going 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That was multiples of 10, right? So today we're really just giving that name to a concept that we're pretty familiar with. So let's look at what we might think here. Is 27 a multiple of 3? And how do you know? So here's the factors, right? Let's highlight those factors again. The factors are here, and all the multiples are in the middle. So our number is, we're looking for, is 27 a multiple of 3? So here's our factors 3. If we count by threes, are we going to say 27? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. There it is. So the answer is this number a multiple of 3? Yes, it is. How do you know? If you count by threes, you would say 27. That's how we know. Another way to say that is I could multiply 3 times 9 to get 27. Okay. Patterns. What patterns do we see? Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Well, I know they're adding 3, right? Or they're increasing one of the factors. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9, and so on. What else do we have? We have odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, and so on, right? So we see patterns in the multiples on this chart. All right, let's have you help me with one here. So is the number 24 a multiple of 4? So you're going to go to the factor 4. You're going to look on this row of multiples and tell me if 24 is a multiple of 4. What do you think? Okay, let's check your answer. Here's the 4, so here's the multiples. Do we see 24? No, 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 no. Oh, there it is. So the answer was yes. How do you know that 24 is a multiple of 4? There's two different ways you could have said that. You could say, if you count by fours, you will say 24. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Or you could have said, well, I can take 4 and multiply it times 6 to get 24. So there are two things that you could have written there. And one more question for you. What patterns do you see in the multiples of 4? So what patterns do you see here? You can type 1. Okay, a lot of people will certainly talk about how they're adding 4 each time. They're all even. They are what else? What else? What else? If you're multiplying, right, you're increasing the other factor by 1. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 16. So there's patterns that we see. You might have come up with some different ones. All right, let's keep going here. So multiples, like I said, it's just like counting by that number. Here's all the multiples of 5. Well, not all of them, but the first few, right? This keeps going forever and ever, really, counting by fives. Multiples of 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 20, 28, 35, 42, and 49. I want you to give me the first 5 multiples of 9. So you're going to need to take some time to think through. If you were going to count by nines to give the multiples of 9, what are your first 5 numbers? Okay, let's check and see. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Okay, those are the first 5 multiples of 9. All right, now factors and multiples are related. Remember, factors are the numbers that we're multiplying, and multiples are kind of the answers. So look at this. If I try to find the factors of 16, right? 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. I need a time sign there. So I can list those numbers, right? 1, 2, 4. We don't have to put 4 twice, even though because that's the same number. 8 and 16. So these are the factors. And then if I look at the multiples of those numbers, if I count by ones, I'm going to say 16. If I count by twos, I'm going to say 16. If I count by fours, I'm going to say 16. Same for eights. And of course, if I count by 16s, I'm going to start with 16. So you can see that these are related, right? All of these numbers that are factors of 16 have 16 as one of their multiples, right? Let's do a chart here together. So factors of 18. Well, I'm going to start you off. 1 times 18. Let's see, can we do 2? Yes, we can do 2. 2 times 9. Can we use the number 3? Can we multiply 3 times something to get 18? Yep, right? 3 times 6. Can we do a 4? 4 times something equals 18? No, right? That doesn't exist. And how about 5? 5 times something equals 18. Is it possible? It's not, right? And we can do 6, but we've gotten to that number already. So we're done. So we're going to put our factors here. 1, 2, I'm going to write them in order. 3, 6, 9, and 18. So if I count by ones, 1, 2, oh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to 16. Will I have enough room? Nope, but you will, because you're going to write with pencil. So I can get all the way up to not 16, 18. I'm going to circle that. Now I'm going to count by twos until I get to 18. It's best to separate these numbers with commas. If I do that, this will take forever. 14, 16, 18. Circle it. Now I'm going to count by threes, multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Look, I always get to 18 eventually. 6, 12, 18, 9, 18, 18. Right? So if all of these factors, when I find the multiples of them, our number that we picked will be one of the multiples. All right, let's look at our math journal page today. A little bigger here. First, you're finding multiples. Well, first 5 multiples of 10. You know how that starts. Count by tens. Boom, 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 boom. You'll be done with that one. Okay, then you continue doing that for the top part. You're going to look for pattern here, right? So you're going to be writing a sentence. And then when you get down to the bottom of this page, you're going to have a grid like we just did. Okay. And our last question, is 12 a multiple of each of its factors? So does 12 appear in all of these boxes? I think you know that it will, right? So you're going to talk about that and explain why. All right. So that was our goal today, to be able to, where's my goal? My goal's missing. Let's see if it's back here. There it is. Find multiples of a given number. There's multiples in our standard. If you need help with something, please let me know. And good luck.